Coaches, hey, welcome back to the buzz presentation. Today, I'm going to talk about our buzz drills that we use in our 2-3 buzz press defense on that. The last video, I kind of showed you the basics of the rotations. Today, I'm going to, how do we teach it here at Commerce, and how can you teach it in your program? So I hope you like it. Let's look on the chalkboard here. What we have here are some key terms that we use when teaching our defense. Number one is reverse. So when the ball goes to the corner, we just yell out reverse. All the players have to yell reverse so we know how to rotate. Fire is a trap. So we like to trap the corners. Clog is we're going to clog the post area, and I'll show you that in a second. Wall is we're walling passing lanes. Sprint is we always sprint to help. This is a sprint defense. We're not sliding, we're sprinting. Here are some key words the terms that we use. I got ball. So it's not ball, it's I got ball. So we're guarding the ball. Both players, it's a trap, both players yell, I got ball. High is the high post area you'll be guarding. Help is the weak side block. Post is the post area, and I'll go over this in a second. So we have 3 drills that we teach in our program. We actually have, in the notebook, you will see I actually have 6 drills. These are the 3 main ones that need to be done pretty much every defensive workout. All right, the first one is called the guard chaser drill. So let me demonstrate that. So what we have here is the 2 guards in the chaser. All right, and really what you want to do, you would have players on the side here ready to rotate in. Okay, so you have a coach up top, and by the way, this is going to be on video, so you'll be able to see this on our team demonstrating these drills, run by my assistant coach, Nick Baines. He'll be running that for you guys. All right, so we have a player here. We have a player here. We have a player at the post, high post. All right, corner and wings. So, and you have to know which players are going to be in which spots. So obviously, this player right here needs to be your taller chaser guard. This player needs to be your stealer, your quicker guard. You have to really practice that and make sure they're running that correctly in the drill. All right, first thing is the coach will give this girl confidence by passing the ball, letting her get deflections and steals. As soon as she gets the ball, she's passing it back out to the coach to kind of continue the drill. Make her work a little bit. Pass it out here, whatever. She needs to go get the ball, grab it under control with 2 hands. All right, when we say power 2 hands, pass the ball back out to the coach. So that's the first phase of the chaser drill. All right, and usually we run this for about 30 seconds for our players. The second phase is passing it to the wing. So the coach will make a pass to the wing. Now, we actually want the players kind of playing the passing lanes and force the coach to lob it. When she does that, she will now rotate here and get in what we call a wall position. Notice how I'm diagramming that. She's in a wall position, taking away the pass back out. Okay, she could be actually off just a little bit. All right, this player is going to what we call the high area, the high post. This player would move over slightly. So this player would play in front of the high post area. All right, so that's the rotation right there. So this would be the high, this would be a wall position. All right, so that's the second phase of this. All right, the third phase is the reverse phase. Okay, all right. So passing the ball, and pass the ball to the wing, and the coach will call out wing. Okay, and the players will know where to pass. All right, so she would be here. Now, when the coach calls out reverse, all right, we have a player here. They would pass it here. Okay, this player here, this player right here is in the high position. Now, in our press, this player would rotate to what we call the help spot, right here, okay? Because we're getting out of that spot with our post player, but she needs to rotate that. The players would call reverse to identify where the ball is. This player would go right here, okay, to the high spot, right here in this area. All right, so we got to try to take away the high post. She could be back a little bit or right in that area. So when that ball is passed, man, we're calling out reverse and we're spreading to the spot. So that would be the all three rotations. And that's what we would focus on in this particular drill. Okay? All right. Hopefully I explained that well for you guys. That is called our chaser drill. We would go for about 30 seconds. Now, you're probably asking, how do you finish the drill? So when we get towards the end, what you would do is this, okay, is if the ball is here, okay, all right, and the player's here, the last thing we would do right here is we would try to get a steal. So let's say the ball is passed back out to the coach. The coach would try to make a pass in these particular areas. So it's on this side, and then when the player gets the ball, she would actually go on a 2-on-0 break, the finish in transition down here. So that's how we finish the drill, because we want to get a steal and a layup always. So that's how that we would finish 2-on-0 at the end. Okay, the coach will call, okay, next two. They would rotate back out, and it will be continuous with offensive players rotating as well. That's our chaser drill right there. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's move over here. All right. So let's kind of review that a little bit. That's for our guard chasers for our two guards. Okay. We're practicing in our buzz press. Okay. And the coach will be passing different passes around. They'd be getting steals, passing it back, and they'd be working on where's the rotation in our press defense. All right. The next one, coach, is what we call our wing closeout. So what we would have here is our wing would start right here. Coach would have the ball right up top. Okay, so we would have a player here in the corner. Okay, post, corner. All right. Also, we would have two players in the post area. All right. And depending on the team you're playing, you can move players around based on how you scouted. All right. But basically, right here, these are our two wings. All right, and they start somewhat low, but right here in the mid area. All right, so when the ball's here, what the coach would do first, and he would just make some simple passes. They need to step in the pass lanes and get steal. So we tell our coach, hey, call steal. You would make a pass, steal, get it. They have to catch it, jump stop, and then pass it back out. They can pass it here, they would get a steal. They would pass it here, get in the passing lane, get a steal. So what you're teaching your players is confidence. Getting steals and ready to transition, okay? All right? So I'm starting my eraser right here. All right, so that would be the first phase of the drill, okay? All right, the next phase of the drill, all right, let me move them out just a little bit. So we gotta keep them here because to protect the low post for the lobs and everything. So after we take away the passes here, if the ball goes to the wing, okay, if the ball goes to the wing, this is how we close out, okay? The ball, they would close out to a spot, not actually to the ball. Now, if it's a shooter, they still get a hand up. But if the ball comes here, they're walling the ball right here. Because we don't want the ball to go back out and back in into the corner. We make that pass either a lob pass or a slow bounce pass. All right, you're probably asking, what does this off player do? She will rotate, okay? She will rotate right here, okay, to the weak side. Okay, so she's in the help position. All right, so we always got to have somebody in the help position right here. Okay, so that's the next phase. Now, the coach will call out reverse or corner. This player will rotate here, okay? And then this player will rotate and cover the post. We cover the post, and what we do is we call it out. So it's post, okay? When the ball goes to the corner, we call out wall, okay? And another term we use, I don't have it on there, is what we call pin. Coach, you can show that really quick. Pin is, we pin them to the baseline. So we pin them, try to keep them right there in the corner. But we're going to wall that pass. We are going to front the low post. If we can get there on the high side, that's what we want. If you accidentally get on the low side, that's okay. All right, and we teach them how to maneuver around and get back on the high side. So that is our wing closeout drill. Now, what we also like to do here is when the ball is skipped, the coach will call skip, and I want this player, okay? So really quick, let me just show you that really quick, all right, before we move on to the last drill, all right, okay? All right, so what we're going to do here is we have a player here, okay, the ball's right here. The coach would call out, skip, and she would skip the ball. We want this player right here who's in this position. This is what we want her to learn how to do. She would jump, get that, and try to get a steal. So we call that skip. So that's another phase of the drill. On a skip pass, we want to get a steal right there. Okay? And then when she gets the steal, they're going 2-on-0, just like the last drill. Finish the drill, 30 seconds, finish with a layup. Okay? So that is how we break down the wing closeout drill. Okay? All right. The final drill that we do is what we call the post drill, Coach. So what we're trying to do is we have a post here, all right? We have a player here, here. We have another corner player, wing. We have a coach right here, all right? So what she is trying to do, okay, we have another player here and here. So you got to have a lot of players. So what we do is if you can defend all of these situations in a drill, and she's by herself, then you can defend with a 5-man squad. So the ball's here. So the coach would pass around. She would be getting steals right here. So you're giving her confidence. Don't let the ball into the high post. Sometimes as coaches, we make it too difficult in a sense that we don't allow the kids to get steals. You want your girls to learn how to get steals. All right, so how do we get steals? When the coach throws the ball, you go and get the ball and you chin it with 2 hands. So we really believe that's really an important part of the drill. Okay? Now when the coach makes the pass here, this girl has to sprint to the post spot position. That's the post. So you notice where she's going. She's not going on to the man. She's going in front of the player right there. All right? Okay, when the ball goes, this is really important. The next phase is when the ball goes to the corner, okay, she goes either into the clog, that's called clog, or she goes into the fire, which is the trap. And the coach will call that out, okay? So she needs to learn all the rotations within our press. The post spot, the clog. The clog is we're preventing the ball from going into the post from the baseline. This is the fire spot right there. Okay, that's a hard trap. And then when the ball's passed back out, boom, move back to the post spot. Ball passed back out, she has to sprint. This is the hardest part. When the ball's passed back out, she's got to sprint back out and cover that post area. Hard drill right there. This is called the post drill. How would she finish? Okay, the coach would pass the ball out here, and then she would get a steal, and then take off down the court 1-on-0. And what we'll probably do, all right, and let me just diagram that really quick, is when she gets the ball, coach, we would have a defender, we would have a coach defender with a pad down at the other end. So we'd have a coach here with a pad. So if she's coming in, she's being hit. So it makes her work a little bit. Same thing with a 2-on-1. We'd have a coach down here with a pad hitting the girls 2-on-1. All right, so it's kind of, we always finish the drill with a transition layer. because we're trying to get steals and layups. All right, so those are the 3 drills. We got the guard chaser, we got the wing, and the post drill. I hope you like these drills. The diagrams and the videos will be in the notebook. Okay, I appreciate you guys getting the notebook. And if you have any questions, you can contact me, Coach Kevin Furtado, head girls coach at Commerce High School. Let me give you my email, furtadok57@gmail.com. Let me give you my number, 478-461-4403. Thank you for taking part and reading the book on the Buzz Press, the greatest defense of all time. Thank you.